Hello again. So I hope you're posting your insights on the Moodle worksheet forum. So as I mentioned, let's go back to the history. Spotlight came out first around 2013. It has been improved and modified a few times over the years, but overall, it takes a kind of traditional approach on how to do this processing. It has a number of different models behind it. The model that you use when you use this online demo is a statistical model. Basically, it looks at the context of a word. Yeah, let's look at this example we had here. So it looks at the surroundings of the word, and then it builds a statistical model of which entry is more likely to appear in this given context. So if you have a context of something like computation, architecture, software, then it is more likely that it talks about the data structure tree. If you have a context about gardening and soil and something like this, it's going to be a lot more likely that this tree here is the right match. In the AI course, you learn a bit more about how to build these statistical model using things like conditional probabilities, Bayes theorems, and so on. So that's the idea of how Spotlight works and how it makes this disambiguation. It looks at the context, that's the training phase. This is learned from all the Wikipedia pages. It works in multiple languages because of that. And they tested how well it does, and the accuracy is roughly 85%. So meaning of the links it created, 85% were correct, and the remaining 15% it created were wrong. Also, in some cases, it wasn't able to find the link at all for various reasons. So this is kind of a traditional approach. There are more modern versions for creating these links, and they are using a kind of deep learning approach using word embeddings. And how these work and what they are, we're going to learn a bit later in the course. But even though it's not the latest state-of-the-art technique, this is still a very nice tool because it's completely open source. You can download it, install it, you can use it as your own web service and experiment with it. And you'll see we'll do a few more experiments in the lab, and there's also one possible resource you can use later on in the course project. Okay, so much for the first part, linking documents and all those graphs. And in the next lecture part, I'm talking about structured data on the web. See you then.